Hey everyone, we are Quality Conveyancing, a law firm that specializes in property law. And today we're diving deep into the world of property auctions. Now, you've probably heard stories of people snatching up incredible deals at auctions way below market value. And yeah, those stories are out there for a reason. It happens. Auctions can be a fantastic way to get a great price on a property, but there's a catch. Like with anything else that seems too good to be true, there are risks involved. We're not talking about small, insignificant risks either. We're talking about potentially losing tens of thousands of dollars if you're not careful. That's why it's crucial to understand the potential pitfalls before you even think about raising your paddle at an auction. So, what are these risks? What do you need to watch out for? Well, that's what we're going to uncover today. All right, let's jump right into the first and arguably the biggest risk of buying a property at auction limited information. When you step into an auction, you're stepping into a high-stakes game where the rules are different from traditional property buying. Now, when you buy a property traditionally, you usually have the luxury of time. You can take your time to explore different options, compare prices, and make an informed decision. You can schedule multiple viewings, bring in inspectors to check for any hidden problems, and really get a feel for the place. This thorough process helps you avoid nasty surprises down the line. You can even hire a lawyer to do a title search and make sure there are no legal issues tied to the property. This step is crucial in ensuring that your investment is sound and free from any legal entanglements. But auctions are a whole different ballgame. The pace is fast, the competition is fierce, and the stakes are high. See, in most cases, you're basically buying the property as is. This means you're taking on all the risks associated with the property without the safety net of a thorough inspection. You might get a chance to do a quick walkthrough, but that's about it. This limited access can make it difficult to spot potential issues that could cost you dearly in the future. No time for a full inspection, no detailed reports, you're pretty much on your own. This lack of information can be a significant disadvantage, especially for first-time buyers. This means you could end up buying a property with hidden problems, and trust me, these problems can be expensive. From minor repairs to major renovations, the costs can quickly add up. We're talking about things like foundation issues, hidden water damage, mold, asbestos, the list goes on. These are not just minor inconveniences, they are serious problems that can affect the safety and livability of the property. These issues can easily cost you tens of thousands of dollars to fix, and in some cases it might not even be worth fixing. The financial burden can be overwhelming, turning what seemed like a great deal into a financial nightmare. Imagine buying a property at auction thinking you got a steal, only to find out it needs a complete foundation overhaul that costs more than the property itself. The disappointment and financial strain can be devastating. Not exactly a winning investment, right? The dream of a profitable investment can quickly turn into a nightmare of unexpected expenses and endless repairs. And it's not just the physical condition of the property you need to worry about. Legal issues can be just as problematic, if not more so. There could also be legal issues tied to the property that you're completely unaware of. These issues can range from liens and unpaid taxes to disputes over property boundaries. Maybe there's a lien on the property, or maybe there's a dispute over the property lines. These legal complications can be time-consuming and costly to resolve. Whatever it is, these legal issues can turn into a massive headache and drain your bank account faster than you can say foreclosure. The stress and financial burden can be overwhelming. The worst part is, because you bought the property at auction, you might not have any legal recourse. The terms of auction sales often leave buyers with little to no protection. You can't exactly go back to the seller and ask for a refund, can you? Once the gavel falls, the property is yours, along with all its problems. So you're stuck with a property that's falling apart, or worse, embroiled in a legal battle that could take years to resolve. The dream of a quick and profitable investment can quickly turn into a long-term financial burden. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you away from auctions altogether. There are success stories, and many people have found great deals at auctions. Auctions can be a great way to find a deal, but you need to be aware of the risks and take steps to protect yourself. Doing your homework and being prepared can make all the difference. The key takeaway here is to factor in the potential cost of these hidden problems. Always have a budget for unexpected repairs and legal fees. Don't just look at the auction price and think that's all you'll ever pay. The initial cost is just the beginning. The real expenses often come after the purchase. Think of it like buying a used car. You need to consider the potential for repairs and maintenance. Sure, you might find a car for a fraction of the price of a new one, but if it breaks down a week later and needs a new engine, was it really a good deal? The same principle applies to property auctions. Always factor in the potential cost of repairs and renovations before you even think about bidding. A well-thought-out budget can save you from financial ruin. Remember, knowledge is power. And in the world of property auctions, knowledge can be the difference between making a fortune and losing your shirt. Equip yourself with as much information as possible and approach each auction with a clear strategy and a cautious mindset. Let's talk about the second major risk of buying a property at auction: lack of preparation. This is a critical aspect that many first-time auction buyers often overlook. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of an auction. The energy in the room is contagious, and the thrill of the bidding war can be intoxicating. You see a property you like, the bidding starts, and before you know it, you're caught in a back-and-forth battle, adrenaline pumping, determined to win. It's a high-stakes game, and everyone wants to come out on top. But here's the thing, auctions are not the time to be making rash decisions. The pressure can lead to impulsive choices that you might regret later. You need to be prepared, and I mean really prepared, before you even step foot in that auction room. This means doing your homework and understanding every aspect of the property and the auction process. First and foremost, you need to have your financing in order. This is non-negotiable. Unlike a traditional real estate transaction where you have time to secure a mortgage, auctions usually require you to pay for the property in full, and I mean in full, within a very short time frame. This is often a matter of weeks, not months. We're talking 30 days, sometimes even less. This tight deadline can catch many buyers off guard. Imagine winning a bid on your dream property only to realize you can't actually afford it because you didn't get pre-approved for a loan or explore your financing options. It's a devastating realization. Talk about a nightmare scenario. The stress and disappointment can be overwhelming. Not only will you lose your deposit, but you could also face legal action from the seller. This can have long-term financial and legal repercussions. So, before you even think about bidding at an auction, talk to your bank, get pre-approved for a loan, and know exactly how much you can afford to spend. This step is crucial to avoid any unpleasant surprises. And don't forget to factor in closing costs, property taxes, and any potential renovation costs. These additional expenses can add up quickly and impact your overall budget. But it's not just about the money. Financial preparation is just one piece of the puzzle. You also need to understand the auction process itself. This includes knowing the rules, the bidding increments, and the specific terms of each auction. Every auction is different, and they all have their own set of rules and regulations. Familiarize yourself with these details to avoid any surprises on auction day. Some auctions might require you to register beforehand and put down a deposit just to bid, while others might have specific terms and conditions for the sale. Do your research. This preparation can make a significant difference. Attend a few auctions beforehand just to observe. This will give you a feel for the environment and the pace of the bidding. Talk to experienced auction buyers. Their insights and tips can be invaluable. Understand the terminology, the bidding increments, and the legal documents involved. This knowledge will empower you to make informed decisions. The more you know about the process, the more confident you'll be when it's time to bid. Remember, knowledge is power. Confidence comes from preparation. Walking into an auction unprepared is like walking into a boxing ring with your eyes closed. It's a risky move that can have serious consequences. You might get lucky with a few swings, but chances are you're going to get knocked out. So take the time to prepare, understand the process, and go in with a clear strategy. Your future self will thank you. All right, let's talk about the third major risk that can trip you up at an auction: overbidding. Now, auctions have this unique energy, almost like a combination of a sporting event and a game show. The atmosphere is electric, filled with anticipation and excitement. There's excitement in the air. The auctioneer's voice is booming, people are raising their paddles, and it's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment. The thrill of competition can be intoxicating. You see a property you like, the bidding starts, and suddenly you're locked in a bidding war with someone who seems just as determined to win as you are. The stakes feel incredibly high, the price keeps climbing higher and higher, but you've already envisioned yourself living there, hosting parties and sipping coffee on the porch. The dream feels so close, almost within your grasp. Before you know it, you've blown past your budget, driven by emotion and the fear of losing out. The realization hits hard, and the excitement turns into anxiety. This, my friends, is the danger of overbidding. It's a common pitfall that many fall into, often without even realizing it until it's too late. It's incredibly easy to get caught up in the excitement of an auction and bid more than you can actually afford, or more than the property is actually worth. The competitive spirit can cloud your judgment. Remember, just because a property is being auctioned doesn't mean it's a steal. Auctions can be deceptive, and not every deal is a good one. In fact, some properties at auctions might even be listed at or above market value, especially if there's a lot of interest. High demand can drive prices up significantly. That's why it's crucial to do your homework before the auction. Knowledge is your best defense against overbidding. Research comparable properties in the area. Know the market value. Understanding the true worth of a property can help you set realistic expectations. Set a firm budget and stick to it no matter what. This is your safety net, preventing you from making impulsive decisions. Think of it like going to a casino. You wouldn't walk in without a budget in mind, right? The same rules apply here. You wouldn't walk in without a budget in mind, right? It's about being prepared and knowing your limits. The same principle applies to auctions. Preparation is key. Write down your maximum bid and keep it close at hand. This serves as a constant reminder of your financial boundaries. If the bidding goes above your limit, walk away. It's a tough decision, but a necessary one. It's not worth going into debt or putting your financial future at risk for a property, no matter how good it seems. Financial stability should always come first. Remember, there will always be other properties, other auctions, and other opportunities to find a great deal. Patience is key in the real estate market. Don't let the fear of missing out cloud your judgment. Stay calm and collected. Keep your emotions in check. Stick to your budget and walk away if the bidding gets too high. Your financial health is worth more than any single property. So there you have it, the three major risks of buying a property at auction: limited information, lack of preparation, and overbidding. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds pretty scary. Should I even bother with auctions at all? And my answer is absolutely. While these risks may seem significant, they can be managed with the right approach. By doing your research, understanding the process, and approaching auctions with a clear strategy, you can mitigate these risks and potentially score an incredible deal on a property. In future videos, we'll discuss each risk in detail and provide practical tips on how to safeguard yourself when buying a property at auction. We'll talk about how to do your due diligence, how to secure financing, and how to develop a winning bidding strategy. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.